Our closeness isn't about the moments we've shared. It's about the unspoken understanding, the quiet love that exists between us, and no one else can share that with you. Every time I think of you, I feel an overwhelming sense of connection. It's more than physical. It's a bond that transcends everything. No one else will ever be this close to you but me. In this vast universe, it's only you and I who understand each other in this way. No one else could walk the path we share. No one else could be as close to you as I am. When I look into your eyes, I see the truth of our connection. No one else can comprehend the bond we share, the way I understand every nuance of your soul. The more time we spend together, the more I realize how irreplaceable our connection is. No one else can ever fill the space I occupy in your heart. There's no one else who can make you feel the way I do. No one else who understands you with the same depth. No one else who could be as close to you as I am. In every conversation we have, I know you in ways no one else could. Our connection goes beyond words, beyond actions. It's a shared understanding that's unique to us. There is something about the way we exist in each other's presence. It's a closeness beyond touch, beyond time, beyond space. No one else can get this close. The bond we share isn't of this world. It's a closeness of hearts, minds, and souls that transcends everything. No one else can ever come close to understanding you like I do. We have created something so unique that it's beyond explanation. No one else can ever occupy the space I hold in your heart, and that's something truly special. I know you in a way no one else could. Our connection is something built over time through understanding, and no one else will ever be able to replicate that closeness. In the quiet of the night, when it's just you and me, I feel the depth of our connection. No one else can get this close to you. No one else can understand you like I do. The beauty of our connection lies not in grand gestures, but in the simplicity of understanding. No one else can feel the warmth of this bond the way I do. It's not about being physically close. It's about being spiritually aligned. No one else can share the kind of closeness we have. When I think about our relationship, I realize it's not just about proximity, but the emotional closeness, the shared moments that no one else can experience with you. Our connection isn't something that can be easily understood by others. It's ours alone, and no one will ever come as close to you as I do. What we share is beyond mere closeness. It's an understanding, a trust, and a bond that no one else can break, no matter how hard they try. The bond between us is woven with threads that no one else can ever reach. It's something deeper, something uniquely ours. In the quiet moments we share, I realize how deeply connected we are. No one else can ever be this close to you in the way I am. No one else will ever understand you in the way I do. It's a connection built over time, with each shared glance, each understanding silence, and each moment we've had. We have a closeness that others can only dream of. It's the kind of connection that exists beyond the physical realm, and no one else could ever approach it. There's something so sacred about the closeness we share. It's a bond that no one else can break, no matter how hard they try. You and I share a space in each other's hearts that no one else can touch. It's a unique closeness that's built on mutual understanding, respect, and love. No one else can ever make you feel as understood as I do. Our connection is one of a kind, a closeness that can't be replicated. The connection we share is so deep, so intricate, that no one else could ever understand it. No one else could ever be this close to you. We exist in a space where words aren't needed because we understand each other at a level no one else can. That's how close we are. There are millions of people in this world, but none who could make you feel the way I do. No one else will ever be as close to you as I am. It's not just the time we've spent together. It's the way we've connected on a soul level. No one else can understand your heart like I do. There's an intimacy in our bond that no one else can replicate. It's the kind of closeness that can only exist between us. What we share isn't something that can be easily understood by others. It's a unique connection, one that no one else can come close to. Our closeness isn't about being in each other's presence all the time. It's about the connection we share, one that no one else can break. No one else can ever come as close to your soul as I do. Our bond is something unique, something that can't be replicated. In this life, there are countless connections we make, but none that can compare to the bond we share. It's a quiet understanding, a warmth that neither time nor distance can diminish, for no one else could ever be as close to you as I am now. Sometimes, in the stillness of our hearts, we realize that there's a space only I can occupy. It's not a matter of possession, but of something deeper, something that transcends words. No one else can ever be this close to you but me. The way we share moments without speaking, the way we understand each other's silences, speaks volumes. In a world filled with noise, It's in these quiet moments that I know no one else will ever be this close to you. When you feel lost, my thoughts will be the compass guiding you home. Our bond is more than proximity. It's an unspoken connection that allows no one else to come as close as I am to your heart. There are people who come and go, but our connection is the thread that ties us. In a world of fleeting encounters, no one else can ever be this close to you but me, not in the way I understand you. In a universe full of chaos and noise, we are the calm, the way you think, the way you feel. It's a shared experience that no one else can understand quite like I do. No one else can walk in the rhythm of your heart quite like I do. Our connection is written in the spaces between your thoughts and my actions, a closeness that no one else can replicate. I've come to understand that the most beautiful thing isn't always the loudest or the brightest. It's the quiet, profound bond that only I hold with you. No one can come closer to you than I already am. It's in the little things, in the way I know what you need before you speak, that I realize how deeply our souls are intertwined. No one else has this understanding, this closeness, except for me. There's something unspoken between us, a connection so deep that no one else can touch it. No one can come close to understanding it like I do. You are a part of me in ways I can't explain. When you feel overwhelmed by the world, I want you to remember no one else is as close to you, as in tune with your heart as I am. Our bond is built on moments that are just ours. No one else could ever understand the depth of connection I feel with you, no matter how hard they tried. In a world full of distractions and fleeting attachments, you and I share something rare, a closeness that no one else can ever come near to. There's an unspoken bond between us that transcends time and space. Even in silence, I feel your heart in my chest. No one else can understand that connection like I do. When I think of how close we are, it's not just in proximity, but in the way our hearts and souls dance in sync. No one else could be this close to you. No one else could love you the way I do. Every time I look at you, I realize the privilege of knowing you in a way no one else does. Our connection is something unique, something that can't be replicated. What we share isn't something you can put into words. It's the bond of understanding, empathy, and warmth. No one else can get as close to your heart as I have. In your eyes, I see a reflection of my soul, and in mine, you see yours. This connection is something that no one else can ever come close to. It's in the unspoken moments where we are most connected. No one else can touch the depth of your heart like I can. No one else can understand the layers of your being quite like I do. Every thought, every feeling is shared between us in a way that transcends the limits of ordinary relationships. Our closeness is a rare thing in this world, and it's one no one else can come close to. Our bond is like a quiet melody, so subtle, yet so deeply resonant. No one else can hear the rhythm of our connection the way I do. Sometimes words aren't necessary because our souls speak directly to each other. This level of connection, this intimacy, is something no one else can ever know. I don't need to be with you physically to feel your presence. Our bond is spiritual, it's eternal. No one else will ever be as close to you as I am. The warmth of our connection can't be explained. It's not the closeness of bodies, but the closeness of hearts, minds, and spirits that makes us irreplaceable to each other. In the spaces between our conversations, in the silence we share, I realize just how deeply connected we are. No one else can understand this depth like I do. In a sea of faces, it's only you and I who truly see each other. No one else will ever be as close to you as I am, not because of proximity, but because of understanding. I've walked this life with many people, but none who could ever make me feel as close to them as you do. Our bond is special, and no one else can ever break through this connection we share.